Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise, and I give you the non-biased information you can use to make informed decisions. The number one thing I strive for on this channel is to get you in that 10% club. 90% of all people that invest in crypto lose money. We don't want to be in that 90%. And it's videos like this that are really going to give you the alpha to hopefully get a game plan and understand the game to make you successful. So hit the like button. And in this video, we're going to talk about what's happening in the market right now, what has happened in the last couple of days up to the last month, and what were your actions and what were your thought process. And we're going to look at 3 different charts and talk about how the whales, the market makers, the big players, the institutions, the smart money manipulate retail. And it's really important, guys, especially if you're the type person that doesn't like to take profits and you don't understand the volatility. You're still under the mindset of just hodl and hope and try to catch the top. That's one small way to look at it. But in my opinion, that's the biggest fault that put people in the 90% that lose money. They're all thinking the same. That's called retail. That's not called smart money. And if the majority were right, the majority be rich. So let's get to this alpha. All right, before we do, I just want to make one quick statement. I just created a new coaching course that I'm extremely proud of, and I'll be talking about that at the end of the video for people that have an interest. All right, look at this, guys. This is the monthly of at Crypto Bubbles, right? And I scrolled down a little bit, got to the top 3 to 400. But I want you to look at this. Pippin up 500%, Cookie up 430%. Normally, when people see this, this is what they want to buy. They will sell out of their other projects that may be going down to buy these green candles. But I want you to think about something, guys. These guys get wrecked. When you buy these big green candles, what happens next? Well, let's look. Down 27% the next week. That's when you buy, guys. You buy on red days, period. You never sell on red days. You sell on green days. You got it backwards. Now think about this, guys. For example, if you held Cookie and you didn't have the conviction or whatever reason, you bought it on the monthly, so you bought it up in here, right? Well, now a week later, you're down, you know, 3 grand on 10,000. Well, the smart money will take that from you. They will buy that, right? So now they're investing 7,000, right? Basically, where you invested 10 just a few weeks earlier. And then let's look what happens. Boom, they're up 16% in one day. It was actually up more than that earlier today, like 21%. So think about it, guys. They've already made almost more profit than you lost on their, first day, right? That's the type of moves you want to be making. See, look at this, Pepe or Pippin down 30%. Are you going to buy it? Think about that, guys. Are you going to buy it? And I'm not telling you to do that. And this is not financial advice. I want you to understand the game. And if you understand the game, you're going to be more prone to take profits and get a strategy. Every time you grab a handful, guys, it gives you dry powder to buy the new projects. Between now and the end of the bull run, there's going to be new projects launched like these AI agents that you're going to want to buy, but you're not going to have any money. And that's something I teach in the course, and that's something that everyone needs to understand no matter what. All right, let's talk about manipulation, because if you don't understand how the odds are stacked against you and what smart money does, and most people don't and never will unless they're big time traders and they just lost so much money they figured out why, or they've had a financial background. But if you've never been on Wall Street or been in a room full of 500 traders or sat at the desks of a hedge fund guy, you're not going to understand this manipulation because it's very complex. But once you understand how they think, you can participate on a whole different level because they understand exactly how you think and they can manipulate you. And that's why you got smart money and dumb money. And I say that with love. All right, look at this, guys. When Binance had the spot listing on AIXBT, uh, what was it, Chain, GPT, and Cookie, look at them, guys. They ripped, absolutely ripped. Well, smart money would have took some profits, at least a handful. Now, let's look at something that to the average person, they're going to see this and they're going to think this is extremely bullish. Binance Futures lists 3 AI agent tokens amidst growing hype. Well, they listed Cookie, which when it was spot listed, it ripped. They listed Alchemy and Swarms. Now we're going to look at the charts because you might be wondering why they dumped with all this uh, bullish news. Check this out, guys. They listed the perpetual listing, which means you can use leverage and go up and down, right? That means I can short or I can go long and I can use leverage. I don't have to buy just in the spot market. Now that came out January the 7th. Look at this, guys. That's January the 2nd. But look at January the 5th, January the 7th. So this thing was ripping. And look at that, guys. It fell apart. Now, why is that? And guys, you really have to hear me out. This is immensely important. Okay. First of all, when it got spot listed, they got all these profits. It's only 95 million market cap, which is nothing. Think about $1 million whale or a $10 million whale that might be in this. Or think about, 5 or 10 whales that all know each other. They're in the same club. They talk to each other about their game plan. So look what happened on that date, which they knew was coming, right? They got all these profits, millions and millions and millions of dollars of profits. And now they can go short. Well, they've got 1 million, 2 million. Among them, maybe they got 10 or 15 million. Who knows? So they know, okay, I can start taking my profits now and I can go short on leverage. So think about, I know 100% that I can move a market. So here I am at the peak and I'm starting to take profits. But before I do, I go short on like 25x leverage, 100x leverage. Some of these exchanges you can go 200x leverage. So we know, or they know, that when they start dumping, especially when their buddies jump in, that everyone's going to panic and the market will go down. So they start aggressively selling their tokens while they're short. So they know it's coming down. And then everyone panics and they made money all the way up, dumping on you, and made an immense amount shorting on you. And now that game is over. Odds are, heck of a time to buy. And depending on what they're up to at the time, maybe they want to move on, but the odds are they're going to take a ton of those profits and start stacking down here when everyone thinks maybe it's a rug pull or it's not coming back. See the difference in the mentality? You got to understand that. And don't believe me? Check this out. What date is that right there? That is the 10th. So 3 days it got, look at this. No, that's the 7th. Look at this, guys. That exact date, the same thing happened. Now here's what I'm guessing happened right here. They covered, right? Which means you're buying back because you're short. They covered early and then went short again. And at this point, I'm guessing because Cookie was so hot that a lot of average retail said, hey, I'm buying this dip. And that guy will be okay because he caught all that. And he could have grabbed a handful. And if he did, he's fine. And he's probably stacking right now. It's a different mentality, guys. And you're on the wrong side of it. You are exit liquidity. Swarm nodes. Then it, it was ripping and then it started pulling back a little bit, but then it got the announcement. What is that? About right in here. Guys, that doesn't look like a huge move. And it was pulling back, but it was pulling back perfectly healthy. And then it got the news right here. That doesn't look like a big move, but when you got, 20, 50, 100x leverage, that's massive. Now, what's the point of all this? Is that, guys, the odds are stacked against you. Why do they call it dumb money? And I say that with love again, because you don't understand what's stacked against you. But everyone that is stacking things against you understand you, right? And that's why it's so important to take profits along the way. Because I'm just going to go through it real quick. Who's taking advantage of you? Well, I just showed you that scenario. Market makers. Market makers have very sophisticated trading strategies, but they basically make the market. So you can go long, you can go short, but if you want to sell, maybe if there was no market maker, no one would move. You say, well, I'm not selling my swarms at this price. Well, I'm not going to buy it unless it's this price. Well, the market maker takes both sides. Well, if he's losing money heavily, he'll start buying puts and calls, doing bull call spreads, all this crazy stuff. So he basically is guaranteed to make profits on both sides. But once he covers one side of those trades, he's going to push hard and manipulate and wipe all those stops out. That's why you get short squeezes and things like that. So that's just the market maker. The whales, right? Whales can go in and manipulate any illiquid market that is low market cap, period. Insiders, VCs, right? You don't even have a chance. Airdrops, you don't really have a chance. All those projects are stacked so far against you, which is one thing I like about AI agents. They're coming out fair launch and we can't get dumped on. See, these guys, here's the good news. They got in maybe when we did. The only difference is they understood the game and you didn't have the strategy to go short. And they may be back in, but they took some profits. Most of these people, even if they got in here, they didn't take any profits at all and had no interest and still may not be taking profits till it gets up in here. But if you take profits along the way, you'll love red days and you'll just take profits on all the green days and you'll keep buying the dips until this bull run is over. It's a great, great strategy. Can't stress it enough. Now, again, guys, what did you do in the last month? A lot of you sold because you couldn't take the pressure and you should have been stacking. Now, let's talk about my coaching, guys. I'm extremely proud of this program. Now, here's the deal. In the past, for $250, I had 3 Zoom or phone calls, right? And went through your portfolio, everything that's in the course. But here's what I learned, and the biggest reason I made this course is, sometimes we get sidetracked. Sometimes we like to talk, and I like to talk. There's a lot of wasted time to walk someone through the process, right? It's like being a teacher and the class keeps getting interrupted. So I put it in a course. Now, this course is going to be basically twice as expensive as the 3 calls. But and it's going to be $499 for this course. And you can go through the course and then you'll have a 45-minute Zoom or phone call with me at the end. But I really believe this is the best way because you can go through the course, you can write down anything things you don't understand, and we can fix that in the conclusion. So for this, for right now, that course is still going to be, it's basically half price. I'm going to sell this course for $250. And if you're watching this, you can have your choice either way. You can get the 3 calls for $250, or you can get the course with the 1 call. Do with it, do whichever you feel that would help you the most, but I really believe the course will help you a lot. And the 3 calls are going to go away, and then the course will be at retail for $4.99. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it on special. I'll just see how it works out. But anyway, guys, I'm really excited about this course, and I think it covers pretty much everything. And if you got some alpha from this video, you'll get a lot of alpha from this course, because it can't be more bullish, and I believe this is the biggest opportunity for the average person in history to make life-changing gains. Yes, there was a few better chances in the last 2 bull runs, but from here on out, this is going to be as good as it gets. And you got to understand the game. You got to understand the big picture. You got to get a strategy, guys. Anyway, not going to harp on that. I'll leave a link down below. Let me know what you think in the comments section about the video. Let me know um, let me know what you're thinking about, what I've said. Hit the like button, come back and be part of this community. And remember, guys, whether you take me up on the coaching or anything else, take profits or you're going to become the prophet. Take care.